Hey, bro, what's up? Now, here's the thing, right? We all get that feeling, right? Where we just want to turn over and look into that special someone's eyes. We both got stank breath and we just start smacking lips and, being all cuddle and shit. And we're all sweating in the morning. But on top of that, here's the thing. When I was younger, my family would tell me, leave the women alone, just focus on yourself, focus on your dreams, your goals, and aspirations. And I ignored them, right? I was like, fuck that. She's hot. Oh shit, she's cute. Oh, she's got a big ass. And I did this for a while. And not until very recently did I finally start to understand the idea of truly being happy by yourself. Now, in no way am I saying give up on women entirely. I'm not saying go MGTOW, right? Honestly, I have a big issue with MGTOW because first off, we need women in our lives, right? Women's make everything better, but they have to be the right women. Excuse me, sinus problems. Okay, but as I was saying, when you want to be in a relationship, you are no longer a whole. You are now one half of a whole. And on top of that being an issue, because now you have to give her half of your everything, your attention, your energy. And by energy, I mean like your mental clarity. You have to give her half your food. You have to give her half of, I wouldn't say like half of your income, but you have to now put your income into someone else that you didn't have to before. Right? You want a burger at McDonald's, she wants a burger at McDonald's. You want a donut, she wants a donut. Like, dude, you gotta now double what you have. And not only that, you are also dating a less durable, more needy version of yourself. Call me sexist, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, because it's not true. That part. I'm not a sexist. That's not true. What's true is that yes, they are less durable and more needy because if I lost everything, I'm more than sure I could sleep in a car, bathe in a fucking public bathroom, get a job at McDonald's, and save up till I get an apartment, and then scale from there. Right? I've never heard of a woman being in a car, like living in her car. Look, there are some. I get it. There's outliers. I haven't heard of them, and I haven't personally seen it either. I'm not talking about the ones either that in California it's a trendy shit. I live in my van. I don't give a fuck about that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like roughing it, like giving up everything. You lost everything because you were trying to open a business. You're a starving actor. You're a musician. You're something that takes a lot of risk, and men in general just take more risks. And now that you have a woman, you have to like carry her along this hard path, dude. And you can't like truly focus on your big goals when you have somebody who divides your attention so much because just naturally you want to be with her, just naturally you want to like cuddle and kiss and shit, right. We've all been there. I've been there. Now I won't say on top of this segment, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I never been in a relationship. I never have had a true relationship. I have very little, I would say zero experience in a relationship. Unless you count like the being interested in somebody and having them in front of you and them showing, I guess it was affection. I don't know what the fuck. But being like, I don't have any experience in that, right? So I cannot tell you, do this in a relationship, do that. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber that will sit there and tell you like this is how you talk to a girl, this is how you rizz them up, this is the shit you do, right? I have none of that. Like I'm not trying to be into that. I'm telling you common sense from a self development point of view of why being in a relationship is terrible for you right now as a young lower tier male. And anybody like don't be that dude like but I'm a 10 out of 10, I'm that dude. I'm that motherfucker. Like no you're not, bro. We're all in the same position where we're all trying to get to the top. Can you beat Jeff Bezos? Fuck no. Can you beat Elon? No. Can you beat Conor McGregor? Can you beat Andrew Tate? Can you beat Hamza? Can you beat any of these like dudes that literally have the fucking world backing them? Like no you cannot, right? So unless you are one of those dudes, you should even consider being in a relationship. Now, to contradict myself with this, maybe I'm just biased because they're my best friends, but I have some friends who have been in a relationship very young, right? Like my age to younger. Well, depending on which ones are younger, because anyone before 20 years old got fucked off in a relationship. So there's two dudes I know personally right now. They're fucking awesome, but they're in a relationship. Do I disagree with them? No, because they handle it pretty well, right? They have two great girls that, well, I only know one of them, but they have great women that back them and support them, right? And that's good for them. I choose not to, right? Because I choose growth. I choose 100% self personal growth. I'm not shitting on them in any way because they're fucking awesome. They're my bros, right? But on that other hand, I cannot say that being in a relationship young is a great idea, right? And on top of this, being with a girl is not going to take away your your problems. It's not going to take away anything negative in your life. Right? It will mask it. And that is another big problem because I was there, dude. Like we've all been there. We've all been there as men, right? Where you're in like a shitty slump and you find this girl and she's everything you dreamed of, right? She's cute, she's hot, she likes memes. I don't fucking know, just like basic shit, right? And you think, wow, she's the one, and you go all in, dude. Like, there was a saying from like this fucking legend, Alex Hermosi, who said, "Love is measured by the amount that you would sacrifice for a person." Right? He said it way better, but I'm just quoting that what I remember. And I was there, like I wanted to give up everything, like fuck my entire life, dude. I would have given up everything, my dreams, my goals, my aspirations, my fucking assets, dude. I gave her my Bitcoin. No one touches my fucking Bitcoin. And she would have, I would have given that to her if she just asked. And of course, I was a simp back then too. Okay, not anymore. But that was me. Like I was one of those guys that fell very hard, believed in the Disney fairy tale, and it doesn't work out. Now, getting into the tiers and values of women, usually, if you just want to get a relationship, more than likely she's gonna be low to mid tier. Okay, and I'm not shitting on women because there are dudes who are also low to mid tier, right? So you got both of these people that are settling for each other, and if nobody settled, then everybody would be higher value because you would have to put in more work to get a higher value person. You wouldn't. Nobody would be settling for each other. But sadly, it happens, and you have all of these like lower tier, mid tier people, and they're easy to find. Go anywhere, go to your local Walmart, dude. It's like shopping for fucking socks. You just find some. Hey, you're cute. Oh, really? The conversation keeps on going. So to find a higher tier woman, you need to be higher tier yourself. You need to have the body, the money, the looks, the fucking attitude, everything, the car. And I'm not saying you need all of that, and that is like the only end goal in life to get one woman. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the higher you scale, the better woman you're going to get as well, right? Because if you're going to be loved exactly the same through the ones and the tens. And I don't like using the scale like 1 to 10 because it's just I don't find it cool, but it's there for a reason, and I'm make it's simple to do. So let's say there's a girl who's a 1, and there's a girl who's a 10, right? They're going to love you equally. And to sound like an asshole briefly, I'd much rather have a 10 who's going to love me the same as a 1, right? Why? Because she's a 10, dude. And they exist. They really do exist. And depends on how much work you're going to put in to go for that one, right? But if you settle for even if it's a 5 or 6 or 7, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna settle? You're just gonna be like, okay, you know what? I could have had that 10, but the seven's cheeks are really good right now. This is what I'm gonna go for. Like, no, no, I don't want to do that, right? I don't, and I'm not shitting on people in relationships. I'm not saying that ugly women don't deserve relationships. Dude. I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is to prioritize yourself overall, to make sure you are not hurt, to make sure that you succeed, because this is what I want to do. And I know that there are men out there that would look towards like the men in my position or the men in others' position. And like that sounds like an idiotic thing to say. No, like not in my position. Men who are great, men who are single, that's my position, right? Being single. But there are men who will look to men in my position of being single and they see guys like me happier. And then guys like me who are single see guys in relationships happier. When in reality, you are the reason of your own happiness, right? Like I know I just went in like a full fucking circle there, and that kind of sounded odd, but the thing is, you are the whole, like you are your own whole purpose of being happy, right? No relationship is gonna fix that. You like I can be happy alone or in a relationship, right? But the only difference is she will make me that much more happy. Like I'm already, if I could scale like 1 to 10 of being happy, then I'm already at a 10, right? Now, of course, that the whole like where you're not living your perfect life shit, whatever, right? I'm stable, happy. Okay, I'm content, but I'm always improving. With a woman, she will just make me more happy. Like it doesn't matter, and without her, it will go back to baseline. I would still be fucking happy. Like that's the thing I don't get when dudes are like, but if I had someone to love me and I wouldn't feel lonely. It's like, bro, being alone is such an amazing thing. Like, let's take an example. Let's say you're playing video games, right? You're on a kill streak. You're fucking Slayer right now. You're getting the badges just popping up left and right. Or you're fucking killing it, right? Play the game type style, and then your phone rings, and it rings again, and it doesn't stop ringing. So you pick up and you're like, "Well, that's my bae, I gotta answer her." And you pick it up, and she wants to tell you about her fucking dog has diarrhea. Like, dude, like I'm killing shit here. I'm fucking dominating right now, and you want to tell me about your dog has a stomach ache, dude? Like, no, fuck off. Like, I don't care how much I love you. And it's not just that I'm in the middle of a pumping workout, and you want to call me and talk about your day. Like, I'm trying to get this pump, bitch. Like, fuck off. Excuse me, sinus problems. But it's that like it's just that it's you can do so many great things and not have to worry about somebody piggybacking you, until you are ready to be piggybacked. It sounded odd, but you get what I'm saying. Like you're making, you start making $1 million a fucking month. Okay, it's never bad to dream big. Let's just say, let's be 100% real here. Like let's dream big for a second. You're making $1 million a month, and all of a sudden she wants to start spending more money, and that's just women's nature. If you fucking call me sexist, go look this shit up. Statistically, women spend more money than men in the economy. Fuck you. She wants to start spending more money. And then you're like, okay, but I'm gonna put more into the business to grow it. I may be Jeff Bezos one day. No, no, I really want this car. It's really nice and it has seat warmers. Like, fine, you buy her seat warmer car. Okay, but I really want this golden Rolex because the gold matches my eyes. Okay, and you buy her a $50,000 Rolex. And okay, well, you know what? I want kids now, and you see how this starts to add up. And that's not just, well, I mean, that's mainly on like the to the mid to like slightly higher tier, but then that's a gold digger. So also be careful with that. I haven't had experience with that, so be careful. I can't warn you. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to find out to know what a gold digger is. Okay, but as I was saying, you are doing anything with your life, you're going to have some kind of lag with a woman. It's just how it is, dude. That's just how it is. I'm not shitting on women. I'm not saying that, be single forever, but you want to focus on yourself. And I know maybe it even seems hard. Maybe it seems a little sad because you're like, God damn, you start thinking of the future. You start thinking of how long. And that's probably the worst thing about this is when you choose to be single, you also have this thought in your head like, how long? How long will it be until I achieve my goals? And how long will it be until I find that one that I genuinely care about? And it's like, it will happen when it happens. Excuse me. And that's not a good answer, right? Like I hate when people tell me that, like, well, like shit, I need to do something. Like when I first started looking into working out, and I was like, well, how long will it take for me to see some definition? Well, it happens when it happens. Fuck you. Like, well, how long will it take for me to start making money? Well, it happens when it happens. Fuck you. And it just keeps, and it just keeps rolling with that, you know. But I will give you a definite answer, and that definite answer is when you are ready, right? And it's like, how is that any better than it happens when it happens? Because when you are ready, you'll feel it, right? The fear will be gone. When you no longer fear talking to a woman, when you no longer fear shit, we'll have enough money tomorrow. When you no longer fear shit, what's gonna happen? You know, in my do I look good enough or do I have this? When you no longer have fear, then you will know, yes, I'm ready to have a relationship, right? And this is not like someone who needs to be in a relationship to tell you this. This is basic fucking common sense, right? Because the lack of fear is confidence. If you have fear, then that means that there's something still wrong with you, right? Whether it be low social skills, whether it be no money, whether it be you're fucking fat, something's wrong with you. That's why you fear. That's why you're like, oh shit, you know, my hair good, you know, shit, you know, my breath stink or something. And those are the things like that right there. Like I just thought of that. If you're scared to walk up to him and be like, does my breath stink? That provokes fear in you, and thus drops your confidence level because it blocks it. Guess what? If I could tell you, let's say you and I are in a room, I'm looking at you, right? I'm not like we're fucking eye to eye, right? Picture this: I'm standing next to you. We look over, and there's a hot 10 out of 10, right? I'm talking. She's every picture your dream girl, and that's her. She's standing right over there. When we're looking at each other, I'm like, bro, go talk to her. Are you going to be like, oh shit, my hair? And I'm like, no, bro, your hair's perfect. Okay. What if you're like, oh, this is my breath? I'm like, no, your breath is perfect, right? It smells like fucking red roses. If you're like, oh shit, am I too chubby? No, because you got a fucking 6 pack, dude. You're like, okay, is anything else wrong with it? Like, bro, you have a fucking badass Lamborghini parked outside, dude. You got every fucking thing that you ever wanted. You got the confidence of a fucking tiger, dude. You're like a fucking tiger, and she's your fucking prey. Go get her, like, dude. Imagine that. Imagine having zero fear because you are the fucking man. That's when you know you are ready to get the woman of your dreams, and they exist, bro. Because there are hundreds of thousands of women that match you perfectly, that match myself perfectly. But there are only a handful that we're going to choose from because they suit us perfectly. They are the ones that we choose because we chose to write it out just a little bit longer, right? Bro, thank you so much for watching. I fucking love doing this shit. That's all I gotta say for this one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.